Today, we go over the new Matco flyer. This is their flyer number 2 that covers January 14th through February 5th of 2023. And before I get going on this, every time I do one of these flyer reviews of my competition, I always get told in the comments by at least some of you that I'm bashing someone else and I shouldn't do it. I am not bashing anybody. I don't do this to ridicule or to try to look better by comparing myself to other people. My business can stand on its own merits, and I don't sell anything through YouTube. So my business model does not require me to do this. I do this as a way to hopefully help you make an informed buying decision and show you that there are some things going on behind the scenes in the tool industry that are going to benefit you if you know about them. Namely, things like third-party branding is prevalent, which means the brands that you're buying are manufactured by somebody else and sold under a different name, and you can save yourself a ton of money if you look to buy tools with the manufacturer's names on them or from other sources that maybe have brands for less that are comparable in quality and build to the ones that you see. So that's why I do this. I'm not bashing anyone. I have no axe to grind with Matco whatsoever. I think they're a fine company, and they've been in business a long time. They have their loyal fans and customers, and all the power to them. But we're kind of lifting the hood here on the industry and showing you what's underneath, because you can save yourself a lot of money. The risk that you run by kind of getting in that tool truck mindset is, these are my only options, and if I can't buy here, I can't buy anywhere. That's not true. You got lots of buying options for stuff that is at least as good as what you're finding on the tool trucks. I understand if there's something that's exclusive to, say, the Snap-on or Matco trucks, only they sell it, it's particularly high quality, well then yes, you don't have other options. But for most stuff you do, because most tools are commodity items now that are manufactured by other manufacturers and sold under certain brand names on the tool trucks. So with that said, let's start on the cover. And we're going to look at a pry bar deal that they have going here. They say that you can buy a 4-piece curved tip pry bar set in 8, 12, 17, and 25-inch lengths for $262.95. And if you buy that, then you get for free a 36-inch pry bar, the retail value of which is $152.95. You can buy a very similar set to this for a whole lot less money. This is a great example of third-party branding. As far as I know, and I could be wrong, so if you know otherwise, or maybe there's a Matco dealer or two that's watching the channel here, if this is not the Mayhew Dominator pry bar set that's branded for Matco, let me know. Because as far as I know, it is. So this is a great example of third-party branding. Mayhew makes this Dominator pry bar set. They've been making it for years. Very high quality, made in the USA, and they even bought a plastics company a few years ago. So not only does Mayhew make the steel components of their tools, but they make the plastic handles too. And they can customize that handle for whoever's buying the pry bars from them. In this case, Matco asked for a blue handle with a panel on it with their name, and Mayhew accommodated that. When they make the handles for Mac, they make the different style. When they sell the pry bar set under their own brand, the styles are different still. And as far as I know, this is all coming from Mayhew. So it's a high-quality pry bar set, lifetime guarantee, made in the USA. Can you buy a better quality pry bar set? No, probably not. But do you have to spend $262.95 on it? No, you really don't. You can look at a very similar set from Mayhew that I sell, for example. There's this 5-piece set, which tops out at 31 inches for its longest pry bar. The reason it doesn't have a 36 is because I believe that Matco has an exclusive deal with Mayhew for this particular set. So they say, package that 36 in a bundle deal and just sell it to us, and Mayhew will say, okay. So you may not be able to get the exact same deal, but you can get a very similar deal somewhere else and then save yourself a lot of money. And on my truck, that costs $170 for the 5-piece set. So right away, you're saving $92 And if you were to buy the 36-inch pry bar, Matco says that you would spend $152.95 on it. If that's the case, run for the hills, because there is no 36-inch pry bar in the world that's worth $152.95. That's absolutely not true with these. That's way overpriced for that. Now, compare the pricing to an online retailer like Amazon, and you'll see that same 5-piece Mayhew dominated pry bar set that I just showed you for $96.93. And as always, I give you a word of warning when you look at buying something from Amazon or eBay or a discount retailer online. And that is, be very sure that you know what the warranty fulfillment process is when you make a purchase there. There are some companies, Gray Pneumatics one of them, Milwaukee is another, that will not honor the warranty on their tools if you purchase it from Amazon or eBay or some other discount retailer. And the reason is because they don't know who's selling the tool to you. They don't know where those people bought the tools. They could be black market. They could be gray market. They could even be defective tools that were damaged in shipment and resold to you as a new tool. And I've seen that happen actually with some gearwrench tools. They were damaged in the sea container coming over from overseas. And when they got here, they were sold off on the cheap to somebody that bought them for pennies on the dollar, because they'll buy the whole sea container worth. And then they put them on Amazon and they sell them as new. And when they are purchased by the end consumer, they find they're damaged. The beams are curved, or the heads are broken, or something's wrong with them that they were damaged in shipment or something. So that means the customer's out of luck, because Amazon is not going to fulfill the warranty for another brand that's sold on their site. And if it's sold by the third party through the Amazon marketplace, I promise they're not going to stand behind the warranty. These guys are just looking to unload stuff quickly, get it out of their warehouse or wherever they're storing it, get it in your hands, and buyer beware. So be very careful when you buy on Amazon. I show this to you to show you that there is a significant enough price difference that it might very well be worth that risk and taking ownership of the warranty yourself, knowing that if you break one, you're probably not going to get it replaced. But for the exorbitant cost difference, maybe that's worth it to you. Now, again, I'll brag about myself a little bit. I'm a tool truck operator too. So, if I sell it to you, I'm still selling it at, almost $100 less than what Matco's got it for, but I will stand behind the warranty 100%. You break it, I give you a new one. It's that simple. So shop around, shop your retailers. If you have multiple tool trucks coming to your shop, before you jump on a truck and buy the first thing you see, ask around. Check with your other tool dealers too, to see if they have deals that are at least as good as those, because it's hard to go wrong if you're buying a good name brand on this stuff. Just make sure that the service is what you deserve if you're going to pay full tool truck price. Let's turn to page 9, where they have a similar buy one, get one deal, but this one is for flare nut crow's foot sets. The first deal is that you buy a 10-piece metric crow's foot set for $217.80, and you get for free an 11-piece standard set, the value of which is $331.90, Matco says. Again, I don't believe that for a second. If that's the case, that they're charging $331.90 for an 11-piece crow's foot set, again, run. There's no way a crow's foot set is worth that kind of money. Regardless of how good it is, that thing could be built out of solid platinum. There's no way it's worth $331.90, not for a crow's foot set. We can compare this again to the one I sell on my truck. I have the 10-piece metric, same sizes. That goes from 10 to 19. And would you believe it that one is selling for $65? And we can look at the standard set, which doesn't go up to an inch like the Matco one does. This one goes to 7/8 of an inch, and there's a couple of fewer pieces. But for the whopping price difference, it might not be worth it to you to buy the set, because you can buy the individual crow's feet that are in the set and save yourself a ton of money, because the standard set on my truck goes for $60. These are high quality crow's foot wrenches. They don't spread. They really don't break. And if they do, they have a lifetime warranty on them. I just cover it for you, no problem. And You're giving up a couple of sizes of the standard crow's feet. But again, for the inordinate difference in price, it might be worth it to you. And we're going to compare this to Amazon, where you see the same metric set for $25.45 and the standard set for $20.99. These price differences are too big to ignore. Make the purchase decision that's right for you, given your budget, given the level of service that you're getting. Maybe you just want to spend that kind of money with your Matco guy because you like him and you want to support him. Those are all valid reasons, but it's going to cost you, and just make sure you know what that is. It's not as if you're walking off there with $217.80 worth of crow's feet thinking you got a great deal on the price. Don't think that. If you did it to help the guy out because you like him and you know he has to earn a buck, please, that's a very noble thing to do. But I at least want you to be well informed about what it is that you're buying and what the costs are. And let's turn to page 11, where they advertise a 3-piece mechanics hammer set. This set includes a 2-pound ball peen hammer, a 4-pound club hammer, and a 4-pound copper sledgehammer. I can't give you an exact comparison with this hammer set because I don't know of another one like it. Normally, people don't buy copper sledgehammers. If people need a non-marring, non-sparking hammer, they usually buy brass, which are much more common in the automotive field. I don't know of anyone in the automotive field who owns or has even ever asked for a copper hammer. So if you know of an application in the automotive field or the diesel field, please tell me what that is. I'd be really interested to know, because I didn't really know they were a thing, to be honest with you. I've only ever sold brass ones. And even then, a 4-pound brass sledgehammer is not something you commonly find people needing. Usually they need something much, much smaller, like in the area of like 16 to 24 ounces. Not really something that's that large. If you're slamming away on that 4-pound soft hammer like that, and copper's a soft metal, so is brass, you're going to mushroom it. And I don't know if they're covering that under warranty. It doesn't specifically say that, but it's something to ask about if you need this hammer set off the Matco truck. Now, let's compare this to the Wilton hammers that I sell. And although I can't give you an exact same kit in the Wilton name, they do have a few options that are very similar. They have this set here, which has a 4-pound sledge, 32-ounce ball peen, and a 2-pound cross peen hammer. And that one is selling on my truck for $199. And then they have a set that has 3 ball peen hammers, a 24-ounce, a 32-ounce, and a 40-ounce. And they have another set that has a 4-pound sledge, a 32-ounce ball peen, and a 4-pound dead blow. So I can show you ones that are similar, although not exact equivalents. And if you need something that's non-sparking or non-marring, you're going to have to go with a brass-headed sledgehammer. They don't normally bundle in with these, so you'd have to get that separately. Now, let's compare this to Amazon's site, and you can see the one that I was quoting you $200 is $129.99. The 3 ball peen hammer kit is $142.99, and I could not find that set that had the rubber anti-vibration dead blow on it. So that didn't set for sale on Amazon at all. So I can at least show you the comparison between the ones that I did have and the ones that Amazon and Matco are selling. Very similar. So unless you specifically need a copper sledgehammer, the other sledgehammers should suit you just fine. Again, it depends on their application. But if you have used or know of an application for a copper-headed sledgehammer, please leave it in the comments, because I'd love to know what that is. I hope that this has been informative to you. I hope that it gives you an understanding of ways that you can shop comparatively between tool trucks and other buying options that you have. If you're new to this field, or you haven't turned wrenches before and you're just getting to learn about tool trucks, stay off of them for a while, because they're very expensive. In fact, tool trucks are your most expensive buying option when it comes to your tools. What you should be getting for your money, though, is a lot of service, knowledge, expertise from your tool guy. If you're not getting that, then it doesn't make the prices worth it necessarily. They will finance you on their own credit accounts that they will underwrite for you. But when the price differences are this great, you may not need that credit to get high quality tools. And maybe for you and where you are in your career, the tool trucks aren't very relevant to you. Get on the tool trucks and shop them and buy from them when it makes sense, when you're earning enough money in your career that you can A, afford it, but B, when your skills and expertise have reached a level where you find value for the extra money that you spend on the tool truck. And it takes a while to get to know your tool guys. Some are better than others. So be careful. Ask other guys in the shop who they shop with and why. Why don't they shop with other tool guys, and what buying options do they prefer? Because you'll find that people shop all different ways. I have guys see me all the time asking if I can meet Amazon's prices. I can't. Nobody on a tool truck can. But they ask then what I can offer. You know, if they're not familiar with how I do business, I can at least tell them the value that I can give them. And sometimes that helps them make a buying decision to want to purchase something from me. Sometimes not, but that's okay. That's all fair because that's part of the deal. It simply is what you want it to be. Where you find the value is where you find the value. And maybe it's with your tool guy, maybe it's not. But don't throw good money after bad, just blindly buying anything on a tool truck and paying that extra cost if it's not worth it to you. So do your homework, ask around, get as much information as you can. And I thank you for watching the videos because hopefully this kind of information is valuable to you. So keep watching because we do this kind of flyer comparison shopping regularly now. You can look back on some of my previous videos where I did them with Snap-on and Mac, and I did a few Matco ones already. So keep her out for more because I like to think this is pretty valuable. I get some pretty good feedback on it, and guys seem to be very receptive to this kind of thing because there's things that happen below the surface that you're not necessarily privy to as a consumer. So it's a chance I can get to disclose that to you. And watch more of my videos, if you would, about flyer drop videos that I've got with the stuff that I'm selling, as well as my regular tools in the haul segment. So do me a favor, click down here now to subscribe so that you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, use a tool. Don't be one.